All right, guys, the video shut off, but this is part two. Um, I was actually, it was hard to really, get money and stuff like that because of tax, and and I can remember the little money that I get. That's when I would just like find a little job to get the money, even though I knew that I wasn't going to stay on the job. But every time that I would save my money up, I would be good at saving money. That's something that God taught me, how to save and budget and how to invest and stuff like that. I would take the little money that I got and I would just save it, and Satan will actually make the managers more even matter when I get closer to the goal that I need to get to. And the demon would just make the person just get mad, and they would attack, and it would be like tense. It would be like, now since I'm getting to the point to where I'm finna get to this goal. Now it's time to make that person, act up. And that's why, God told me, look, you do what I tell you to do. You do this. This, I let you do this, but just for a time in a season. It's been like that really my whole life. and I probably, like when I was young, or in my teens and a young adult, I probably lasted for like a year or 6 months at a job or something like that. But 2 years or 3 years, but it would be very difficult. I would have to actually take a lot out of people, and I would be always treated like differently. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I'm the first person at work. You know what I'm saying? I'm the first person at work. Never have I never complain. I'm always coming on my days off, and I actually never get recognized. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what that stuff was. I knew I was the best. I come in for people, you know what I'm saying? And I worked hard, you know what I'm saying? Smart, but hard too. And I was like, I can't believe why I never, why I never get recognized for the things that I did, for the things that I do. And later on down the line, God was just showing me, but the more I got into my walk with God, it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You know what I'm saying? You out of the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? and then people just start getting real petty. You know what I'm saying? Want you to work for like peanuts. You know what I'm saying? It just got more tense. The more I got in my faith and my walk, it just got real tense. So I'm at my aunt's house, guys, and the little money that I was getting, I knew I had to be smart because I knew that it wouldn't be that long. So I had to invest my money. I had to invest. I had to make smart moves because I didn't know when next time I was going to get some more money. so I had to do the smart decision. So I can remember God, telling me, to invest my money in a nonprofit organization. I didn't know nothing about nonprofit organization. Didn't have I didn't have a team. So therefore, I didn't know nothing about nonprofit organization. I gathered up information. I did it. I just walked out on faith. I did it. It didn't cost that much. All the paperwork, I pretty much did it for myself. I didn't pay other people because I tell you guys, it probably would took like $1,000 to do like $20 worth of work. You know what I'm saying? It probably would. if I didn't do the work myself. So I would figure out how to do my, how to set up a nonprofit organization, how to get all my paperwork in order, how to how to start, project budgets and just everything, how to set up different projects and stuff like that, how to put everything on the paper, how to write out a budget, a line of things that what it take and how much it'll take to get this project running. So I had to figure all this out. I had to put everything in order, and it was actually hard, guys, because I had to really be diligently, and I had to work hard. Satan would get mad, I would have to, put the little peanuts I was getting together. I remember one day, my aunt would give me like $2 for walking to the store with her, guys. And actually, she was getting over on me because I was actually being a caregiver, and they was actually taking the money, and they would not give me anything. They would make me feel like I'm the burden to just get over on me. And I remember one day, I had did a project, and I was taking it to. I wanted to mail the project out to a donor because I was trying to get a grant from a donor. So I needed some stamps, and my aunt, she asked me to go to the store. That was my $2 to get the stamps. And so my aunt was like, "What you do with your money?" I was like, "Shoes, I had bought some stamps." And she was like, I didn't give you the money to buy stamps. I gave you the money to get some cookies or something." And that let me know right then and there, I was in the enemy camp. They didn't want me to prosper. They didn't want me to rise above my circumstances. They wanted to keep me at a level that they can get over on me. So I made a decision to go right here in these woods, get a tent, and go in the woods. But just like I said, the devil, once the devil know that you made your mind up, he gonna try to cause problems. See, I wanted to walk out easily, just keep the peace and just tell my aunt, I found somewhere else to go. But the enemy want to start confusion. So 2 weeks before then, the enemy had to kick me out. He had to start a diversion and kick me out. Now, I wanted to walk away peacefully. I didn't want to really, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to really just start problems with me and my aunts. We was all right. We on good terms. I didn't want to be on bad terms, and start, a family, mad with each other and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I made up my mind. I'm going to get a tent. But the enemy had to start a diversion, and I had to get kicked out before I bought the tent. I didn't go to no other sibling houses, my sister's house or my brother's house, because God told me that and showed me that the same thing would just happen. The only thing that they can think about is job. So they wouldn't understand my, me, doing ministry. And they just wouldn't understand. Either I had to hustle, sell drugs, or I would have to get a job. So all my moves throughout this walk have been just, I gotta go straight. Even though it don't make no sense to nobody, sometimes it didn't make no sense to me. I had to go straight. I had to walk straight. I couldn't go left. I couldn't go right. I had to just go straight. And no matter what nobody said, where I was, just go straight. I got made fun of. I got, looked down at, all kinds of things. Teased, all kinds of things, guys. All kinds of things. So I got kicked out. And I actually had to play the homeless guy around here, guys. For real, I'm talking about all I had, guys, was 2 quits. I got kicked out before I bought the tent, so I had to sleep on the concrete. That was a hard thing, guys, because I come from either you work or if you can't get a job, you hustle. Materialistic things was a part of it, having a car, having nice clothes, having your clothes in the cleaners, having the best, trying to have the best of things and able to, buy myself what I want anytime. Living a lifestyle like that, guys. And I had to play the homeless guy that slept on the concrete. So 2 weeks, guys, in 2 weeks, I got my tent and I moved up here. I'm finna show you guys where I was. Show you guys where I was for 6 months. I wouldn't take handouts from no one. I wouldn't go to no one house. I really want to be self-sufficient, and I wanted to prove strength, and have faith that God was going to get me out of this situation. It wouldn't be on my own terms, and God would always tell me that, that I had to have like crazy faith that that I can no longer operate of me doing things or thinking that I'm getting myself out of something, that I had to believe that he was going to get me out of this. And days, it was hard, guys. It was hard because it would rain, and I was actually, before I came, I was actually scared that I was gonna have to deal with people trying to steal my stuff or trying to, come hurt me. But God showed me that, He controls the atmosphere. This is the tent, guys. This is the tent right here. I slept right there for six months, guys. And I tell you, supernaturally, God controlled the weather for me. When it rained, Houston, I live in Houston, so Houston, it rains a lot and it floods a lot. So when it would flood, it wouldn't flood up here where I'm at. It would flood everywhere else, but it wouldn't flood where I was. He pretty much controlled all the insects and animals. I didn't have to deal with, raccoons and stuff like that like I thought I would. I didn't have to deal with wild animals, dogs and stuff coming up here. It would just be me getting peace. It was real peaceful for me to come out here and for me to be here, than for me to go to my sister or my brother's house or back to my aunt's house. I showed them that that God would provide, and I gained my strength, guys, because right here it showed me that God was with me and that God can bring me out. And plus, it took away my fear of fear. I learned survival skills. I actually learned how to survive. And now I know I could do this thing. I actually had to take baths outside, guys. I would fill this bucket up, and I would actually fill it up with water, and I would actually take a bath outside. And it's a library, so library people, they would let me, go in there and use the restroom. And I will always be shaved, my hair be cut, I had smell good, cologne and stuff, and I was just at peace. It provided me food, and I just was survival of the fittest. I know that I can do this. I knew that I was strong, and a lot of brothers can't do this. And I remember talking to my family members, And they just thought I was on drugs. I was crazy, guys. Because I wouldn't go to their house and get kicked out. You know, I wouldn't go to their house and get kicked out or talked about or lied on. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to show them that, look, God got me. You know, I didn't want nobody thinking that they had to take care of me. You know, that God got me. He was going to pull me out of this situation. And he actually pulled me out of the situation. You guys know I got my own house now. It was days that I felt like I wanted to give up. I would pray. That's when it rained in the tent, guys. I'm going to be honest. It would rain, and somehow I would get a hole at the bottom of the tent, and I would have to clean the tent out with water and stuff like that. It was just like, and then it would rain like every day, and then I get frustrated, I get mad, and that's when I go on social media and read the scriptures and read people posting scriptures and stuff like that, and I would pray and I would gain my peace back all over again, and you know, and that'll be that, guys. But I really want to tell you guys, whenever that you in a tough situation, it seems like it's nowhere out, you know, just pray, be at peace with yourself, and know that God is gonna handle it. You know, stick your chest out and handle it and go forth with it, and know that God got your back. I never thought that I could do this living like a barbarian, a homeless guy living in a tent. But throughout this, God brought me dignity. God brought me strength. And everyone look up to me. Everyone, all the workers at the library, the other homeless peoples out here that was out here, I jog and I walk the trail. Half of these guys, they see where I was coming from. I stayed jogging, I stayed running, I stayed building up my character, and I didn't let this stuff get me down. I didn't let it take me out. I didn't let other people's opinions about me get me down. I stuck my chest out, and I did what I had to do. And I just want to say this, guys. Through testing and trials, it's things that you will have to do. But God knows what kind of testing and trials that you will have to go through. When God called Moses at the burning bush, he had to leave his wife. He had to leave his 2 sons. He had to leave his father-in-law, who he got close to. When Abraham had to give up Ishmael, when Abraham had to give up Lot, his nephew Lot, when Abraham had to sacrifice, or was going to sacrifice his son Isaac. So it's things that we will have to go through in our walk that would seem radical, that would seem crazy, that would seem like I got to give you too much, Lord. But in all that, we get more than what we put out. Just like the story of Job. How Job had to lose his livestock. Job was rich and had family and his family was with God. God told Satan to test Job. Because Satan was searching throughout the world. And he said, well, Satan, have you tested, have you tried out Job? My faithful servant, Job? So throughout the testing, we might look at these circumstances, see that too. We might look at that right there and say, God don't love us. But God is telling Satan that we worth it, that we faithful. That we that nothing, that we love him so much that nothing that Satan do to us can throw us off of him. That's how much God loves us. And throughout all the testing, throughout all the trials of Job, he gave Job, he added to Job much, much more. So what I'm saying, guys, throughout the testing, throughout the trials, he's trying to add you much, much more. No matter what we lose, no matter what we give up, he's trying to add and not take, guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. This is from the heart right here. I love you guys.